Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to our episode. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about the business related. So this is where our episode will be based on, focus on really. So moving away from esoteric and mystical schools. So I'm trying to touch on the business world, the marketing and all of that. So in this episode, we're going to look at the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, written by George S. Clason. This is the front cover. And this is the back cover of the book. So it's just a small book, really. You can read it in one sitting. So it contains 194 pages. So you can read it in one sitting. This is a book, just a small pamphlet. So we'll look at The Richest Man of Babylon, written by George S. Clason. I'll give like an overview. I'm not going to read the book itself, so you can grab the book. I'll tell you where you can get the book. We'll look at the first lessons. I'll give some key quotes or useful quotes in the book, the crucial ones. Then I'll look at the crucial lesson from the book as well. We'll look at the first one, like pay yourself. Those are like the key or the core concepts or lessons which the author emphasized. The second is on the control expenses or with expenditures. The third one is make your money work for you or make money work for you. The fourth one is protect your wealth. After making money, now you have to learn how to protect it. The fifth one will be like seek wise counsel. Sixth one will be to ensure future income. Then I look at the seventh, increase your ability to earn. So keep learning new skills as well. How can you increase your ability to keep earning really more money, to keep multiplying? So we look at the key parables in the book as well. So there are 3 parables in the book. The first one is a parable of the 5 rows of gold. The second is a parable of the camel trader, the Basir. Then the third one is a parable of the gold lender of Babylon. After that, we try to look at the modern applications of The Richest Man in Babylon, the book itself, applications, and the purpose in our generation or modern world as well. Then we touch on the personal budgeting. How can you do it yourself? I'll show you some practical examples, like which I've used, which I've applied in after I write the book. Then the second, we look at the financial literacy, like continuous education. Then we look at the long-term wealth building. And finally, I'll give you a quick summary of the book, like of the episode itself, like of the video, after like I've always done in all the videos like I'm doing. So should we begin, ladies and gentlemen? Get your belt tightened and let's begin. Let's not waste too much time. So The Richest Man in Babylon, written by George S. Clason. S stands for Samuel. So the key character is the Arcad, is the wisest man in Babylon inside the book. So the richest man in Babylon is a timeless classic that offers practical financial advice through a series of parables set in the ancient city of Babylon. So that's like the ancient wisdom. So when we're talking about ancient civilization, we look at the Sumerian civilization, the Babylonian civilization, then we have the ancient Egyptian civilization, then we have the Greek civilization, and then the Roman civilization. And today we're talking about the modern civilization or world really. Then written by the book itself is written by George S. Clason. That's the name. George S. Clason. So it was written in 1926. So the book presents fundamental financial principles in a simple and accessible way. It's simplified really, using stories of the merchants, craftsmen, and traders to illustrate key lessons of wealth building. So we're going to delve into the useful quotes or the key quotes inside the book. So I took just 3 quotes inside. The first one is quote. So wealth, like a tree, grows from a tiny seed. The first copper you save is a seed from which your tree of wealth should grow. The explanation is like this metaphor, highlighting the importance of starting small with savings and letting it grow over time. So just as a tree begins from a small seed, or the forest is inside the seed, so wealth accumulates from consistent saving and investment. So it is all about consistency really. The second quote, make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. So explanation, Clason encourages home ownership as a way to build wealth. So it suggests that owning a home can be a wise investment that also reduces living expenses in the long term. So having a place where you can call home really, a house. Third one is the third quote is like opportunities are not the goddess. Waste is not time with those who are unprepared. Close quote. So Clason illustrates the importance of being prepared to seize opportunities when they arise It underscores the need for readiness, whether through savings, knowledge, or skill, to take advantage of favorable circumstances. So these quotes encapsulate the timeless wisdom of the richest man in Babylon, offering practical advice on saving, investment, and building wealth. So it's like so in this case, like, are you ready to be guided by what the wisdom of the age, or no, and not by the inexperience of youth? So this is what we're trying to go. We're trying to see after we've gone through the 7 keywords of a lean purse. So this will be like the crucial lessons from the book. The first lesson: pay yourself first. So it's like putting yourself first, really. Putting yourself first instead of paying others first. You have to pay yourself first as well, like saving. So the pay yourself first concept. So the book's most famous principle is pay yourself first. Clason's advice is saving at least 10% of income before spending on anything else. So it's like saving before spending. But the mistake which we usually do, we spend, then whatever is left there, then we come to save. But you should be doing the opposite. You save first before spending. So whenever you get your income, you have to take the 10% out, you save, then you can spend the rest, or I'll tell you how to divide it, really. So this is the foundation of building wealth, paying yourself first, or saving the 10%. So the example would be like if you earn 3,000 euros or pound or dollars. We use euro here in Europe, so I'll use the euro and the dollar sign. So if you earn 3,000 euros a month, set aside 300, which is like the 10% of 3,000 euros, for savings before paying bills or buying anything else. That's the first principle, or the first lesson. So the second lesson is like the control your expenses, or your expenditures, really. Control how you spend your money. So control your expenses concept is like Clason emphasized the importance of living within your means. Living within your means, not spending more than you earn. So it suggests that distinguishing between essential expenses and desires. You have to distinguish between essential expenses and desires. Advocating for careful budgeting to ensure that you are not spending more than what you earn, or more than you earn. So you have to put desires beside, and focus on the essential expenses, the things which are necessary, the things which you need, and not wants. So you have to try to balance wants and needs and sort them out. Then example, like track your spending to identify unnecessary expenses, such as dining out frequently, and reduce them to increase your savings. That's the second lesson. The third lesson is like make your money work for you. How can you make your money work for you? What the rich men do, like investing and all of that. So make your money work for you concept. Make money. So money should be invested wisely to generate more income. So income is just the money which comes in, the money which you earn. That's the income. So this principle highlights the importance of earning returns on your savings through investments. So through investments, that's how you can make your money work for you. So the example will be like investing in stocks, like stock market, stocks, bonds as well, or the real estate. Allows your money to grow over time, rather than just sitting in the savings account. So instead of putting your money in the saving accounts, you can put it like in the stocks, investment in stocks, bonds, and all of that. The corporations, really, like the central banks, they usually invest in bonds as well. So you play the game which they're playing as well. You do what they're doing, not what they're saying. For the fourth lesson will be protect your wealth. So after I've made the wealth, you have to know how to protect it. The protect wealth concept is like it is crucial to safeguard your money from loss by avoiding risky investments or scams. In this case, like phishing emails and websites as well. You have to try to avoid them. You have to be more cunning like a fox. You have to be smart, really. So Clason's advice is seeking reliable and secure investments to ensure the preservation of capital. Capital is another word for money. If you don't have any accounting background, so I have to break all the difficult terms for you. Capital is another word for money. So the example would be, instead of investing in a get rich quick scheme, consider more stable options like index funds or properties like the assets, buying assets and all of that, instead of liabilities. So focus more on the assets instead of liabilities. So property investments that have a history of a steady returns. So you have to look at the history before you invest on something. You look at the history of if they have good history of or steady returns, then you know you can invest in that company, or you can invest in that stock or in those bonds. So the first lesson will be like seeking wise counsel. You have to keep seeking for wisdom, which is wise counsel, advice as well. So the seek wise counsel concept is like Clason encourages learning from those who have successfully built wealth. Don't be shy, don't feel shy, or don't pull yourself in. You have to go and seek wise counsels from those who have been there. So he advises seeking the advice. So he advises seeking the advice of experienced individuals and avoiding the influence of those who are inexperienced or unreliable. So the example would be like, before making an investment, consult with a financial advisor or someone who has successfully navigated similar decisions. So in this case, there's nothing is new under the sun. So what if you're doing really right now, or what if you're planning to do in the future? Someone else have done it before you. So go ahead and seek like wise counsel. Seek for advice as well for those who have been successfully or navigated through similar decisions or similar journey as well, similar path as you. So the sixth lesson will be to ensure a future income. Future income. In the case of old age, or when you are unable to earn now, you have to think about the future as well. So this is not like if you earn everything today, you cannot just spend everything today. Think about tomorrow as well. So there's the ensure future income. When you're unable to work, or when you are incapable to work, or old age, you have to put all of those attributes into consideration. So this concept emphasizes that planning for the future, including retirement as well. So this involves setting up streams of income that will continue even when you're no longer working. So even when you're no longer working, you have the income which keeps flowing in. So in the case of incomes like a river, you have river banks, you have banks. So the water is like the river, the income which keeps flowing in your pocket endlessly. And that is the wealth. The wealth is not like you have 1,000 euros in the pocket. There's no wealth. But if you're not getting anything income, but if you're getting 5 euro or 10 euro, 20 or 50 euro a day, you are more wealthy than the one of 1,000 euros in the pocket and is not even doing anything with the money. So the more income you get, the more income flow you get, the more successful, the more wealthy you will be in the future. So that's the sixth lessons. The seventh lessons is like the example as well, like you can contribute to retirement accounts or invest in the rental properties that provide ongoing passive income. So the case like becoming almost like a landlord. So if you're a landlord, you get like passive income as well. People pay you like they pay you the rent every week, every month, at the end of every week, every month. So instead of you renting every day, you can have the people rent as well. When you invest like in the rental properties, which is an asset really, because it gives you money. You are not the one who's spending. It's not a liability. It is an asset. You are the one who's getting the income flow every day, every week, at the end of every week, or at the end of every month. Now imagine how much you'd be making at the end of the year, or how much you're paying for rent at the end of the year. There's the sixth lesson. The seventh lesson will be like to increase your ability to earn, learning new skills. Like if you're earning 3,000 euros, maybe you can increase that 5,000 maybe a week or a month, something like that. So this concept is emphasized like continuous learning and self-improvement are a key to increasing your earning potential. So Clason encourages investing in your skills and dedication to enhance your ability to generate income. If you increase your skill as well, you enhance your ability to generate more income. Like the more skillful you are, the quicker you'll get the job done. So the example will be like taking courses, getting certifications as well, like more certificates, or learning new skills that are in demand. New skills that are in demand, not just any new skill, can lead to better job opportunities and higher pay. So if you have more skills which are in demand, then you can ask for a rise as well, rise pay. You can say you have to raise my salary or my wages. So we'll look at the key parables in the book as well. So I say there are 3 parables in the Richest Man in Babylon, which George S. Clason gave us. So the first parable is based on the parable of the 5 laws of gold. 5 laws of gold. So if you buy the book, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. So in the book, if you look in the book itself, it's like I got 3 here. So here the 7 keywords for a lean purse. It's like first one, start thy purse to fattening. The second is like control thy expenditures. The third one is like make thy gold multiply. The fourth one is like guard thy treasures from loss. The fifth one is make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. 6, ensure future income. 7 is increase thy ability to earn. So those are like the 7 which I gave, like the 7 key lessons which I gave. So you can look at some key quotes as well after I finish with the parables. So the first one is the parable of the 5 laws of gold. Like this story discusses the 5 fundamentals laws of wealth. So emphasizing the importance of saving, investing wisely, seeking expert advice, and avoiding risky ventures. The second parable is the parable of the camel trader. Dabasia is the name of the camel trader in the book. So in this tale, Dabasia, a poor camel trader, learns the value of self-discipline and budgeting, eventually paying off his debt and building wealth by living within its means. So budgeting is like you divide really how you're going to spend your money. Some save, some spend, like paying bills as well. That's called budgeting. So you understand, you break in bits really. So the third parable is the parable of the gold lender of Babylon. That is Rodan. It's the gold lender in the book. So this parable illustrates the importance of seeking wise counsel and making informed investments. So you have to do more research, seek advice, then do your own research as well. So it tells the story of Rodan, who receives a large sum of gold from the king after being amazed by his work, and seeks advice on how to invest it wisely. So he regained the 50 pieces of gold, then he went to sought advice to those who have been more experienced in the gold lending. Then he became a gold lender as well. So look at the modern applications of the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, or the implication and purpose in our generation or modern generation, because the book was written in 1926. So it has been a long time, from 1926 to 2024. So The Richest Man in Babylon remains relevant today as its principles can be applied to modern personal finance. So the book is advice on saving, investing, and financial planning, provides a solid foundation for anyone looking to achieve financial independence. So this is the goal, the purpose of this video. It's like trying to achieve financial independence and the security in life, or security and the financial independence. Then we look at the first point, personal budgeting. Like how can you improve it? Your budgeting really. How can you break down? I'll show you my example, my practical example after reading the book as well. And what I usually do, like once I have my income, the money comes in, then how I spend it and how I save it. So the first one is personal budgeting, really. How you can go to improve it yourself, how can you make your own personal budgeting. So Clason's lessons are particularly useful for creating a budget that prioritizes savings and investment while controlling unnecessary expenses or expenditures. Second is financial literacy, like continuous education. So the book emphasizes the importance of financial education, encouraging readers to seek knowledge and advice from those who are financially successful, like entrepreneurs, millionaires, billionaires. So don't be afraid to go out and ask them really how they made it big, how they become big or successful. So you go and ask them as well. So you keep educating yourself, which is continuous education. Then the third point is like the long-term wealth building. We're looking in the long term, not in the short term. So Clason's focus on the steady, disciplined saving and investing resonates with modern approaches to building wealth over time. So such as through retirement accounts or diversified or desertified investments. So in summary, what can we say about this small book like The Richest Man in Babylon? So before I go in the summary, I have to show you my practical example. How I usually break down my calculations as well. So in this case, like let's say for example you're getting 520 euros a week. So the first one you get 1/10, which is you do like 500 multiplied by 0.1, which you get like 52 euros that goes in savings. The second part you take the 2/10, which is 500 multiplied by 0.2, which will give you 104 euros. You say that maybe you're paying loan or just keep that for yourself, the future, like in the rainy days. You take again 2/10 of 520, same thing, 104 euros. You can pay that in rent or expenditure, like your small expenses or small desires, small needs, not wants, small needs. So you take 5/10 of the 520, which will give you 260 euros. So do 520 multiplied by 0.5, which is 5/10. So you give you 260 euros. You can say you can pay bills or buy equipment or just save it as well. You add on the 2/10 as well. So that's how I usually break it. And in my case, it depends really. This personal to any person. So I don't know what are your needs. So I cannot put more emphasis on that. So I let you do your own calculations as well. Or after you buy the book and read the book, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. The 1/10 saving, 2/10 put in the rain day, 2/10 maybe paying rent, then the 5/10 maybe spending on the family and paying bills as well. So in summary, what can we say about the book, The Richest Man in Babylon? So the book is a timeless guide to financial success, offering practical advice wrapped in engaging stories. Its principles, saving, investing wisely, protecting wealth, and continuous learning, are as relevant today as they were in ancient Babylon. So making it a must-read for anyone seeking for financial independence and security in life. So that's the whole purpose really of the book. And trying to open your mind as well to new great books really. I got my own home library here. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for your patience and for your watching. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and hit that bell for more great contents like this. So thank you so much. Ciao. Bye.